Have you ever wondered about the intimate connections we share, especially as we grow older? Today, we're venturing into a topic that's rarely discussed openly yet carries profound layers of emotional, psychological, and even physical significance. As a sexologist and doctor, I'm here to guide you through an honest conversation about the dynamics of swallowing during intimacy, especially for women over 50. We'll explore the science, the emotional impact, and how to approach this practice in a safe, respectful way that nurtures both partners' well-being. Stay with me until the end as we break down myths, uncover the truths, and ultimately empower you with knowledge and confidence for a deeply fulfilling relationship. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Dear cherished listeners, today we are venturing into a topic that can stir emotions, ignite curiosity, and sometimes challenge deeply held beliefs. It's a subject that often remains shrouded in silence, particularly for women over 50, yet it demands our attention, empathy, and a willingness to confront societal taboos. We will explore the intricate and intimate experience of swallowing during intimacy with a partner. This is a practice rarely discussed openly, often tucked away behind closed doors, but it is one that deserves our careful, respectful, and thoughtful reflection. Is it harmful or beneficial? Does it carry risks, or could it be a gesture of deep connection? What does modern science say about the physical and emotional implications? These are questions that may have lingered in your mind, perhaps unspoken, leaving you searching for answers. Today, as a sexologist and doctor dedicated to breaking down barriers and dispelling myths, my mission is to approach this sensitive topic with both the warmth of understanding and the precision of medical, psychological, and sexual knowledge. We will dive deep into the evidence, unraveling the facts from fiction. So if you've ever found yourself wondering about the effects of this practice, feeling hesitant or curious, or simply wanting to understand its role in intimacy better, stay with me. Together, we will explore it from every angle, delving into the science, but also the emotional landscape that surrounds it. This conversation is especially crafted for men and women over 50, a time when intimacy can evolve and take on new forms, and I urge you to remember that every body, every relationship is uniquely sacred. The cornerstone of any intimate act should always be respect, awareness, and mutual consent. Let's first explore the physical side of this practice. Semen, a complex and natural biological fluid, is predominantly made up of water, proteins, sugars like fructose, and vital minerals such as zinc and magnesium. For a healthy individual, the occasional ingestion of this fluid typically does not pose any significant health risks. But beyond the physical, this is also about trust, connection, and vulnerability shared between partners. These emotional currents run deep, shaping the way we experience and interpret acts of intimacy. This journey into such a personal topic is not just about the science. It's about fostering deeper understanding and acceptance of our bodies and the relationships that nourish us. Let us navigate these waters with open minds, hearts full of compassion, and an unwavering commitment to respect both ourselves and our partners. However, as with any intimate exchange of bodily fluids, trust between partners is absolutely essential. We must never forget that some sexually transmitted infections, STIs, such as HIV or human papillomavirus, HPV, can be transmitted through semen. This is why maintaining a safe, honest, and mutually respectful relationship is not just important, it is paramount. Intimacy thrives in an environment of trust, where both partners are committed to each other's safety and well-being. One of the most common questions women ask themselves is swallowing semen good or bad? Medically speaking, there is no clear-cut answer. It's neither inherently good nor bad, as long as it's practiced consensually and within the context of a safe relationship. For some, it represents a profound act of intimacy, a symbolic gesture of connection and vulnerability. Others may find it uncomfortable or unnecessary, and that's perfectly valid too. The most important thing is that both individuals feel respected, comfortable, and empowered in their choices. From a psychological perspective, this practice has been wrapped in layers of controversy, stigma, and taboo for generations. Culturally, it has been tangled up in ideas of power dynamics, submission, and control. But the truth is, in the context of a healthy and respectful relationship, it can be viewed as just one more facet of sexual expression, a moment of closeness and emotional intimacy shared between partners. It should never be seen as an obligation or an expectation. No one should ever feel compelled to engage in something that makes them uncomfortable. Women who feel pressured into swallowing may experience feelings of guilt, shame, or emotional distress, which can profoundly affect their self-esteem and emotional well-being. On the other hand, many women find a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in this practice, feeling it strengthens their bond with their partner. For them, it becomes an expression of trust, a way to reinforce emotional and physical closeness. Psychological research supports this idea, showing that couples who are open to exploring their sexuality without judgment or fear tend to report higher levels of trust, sexual satisfaction, and emotional intimacy. However, it is crucial to emphasize that this exploration must always be voluntary, never coerced. True intimacy is built on mutual respect, trust, and, most importantly, consent. Consent is not just a formality, but the very foundation of a healthy, loving relationship. When both partners feel safe to express their boundaries and desires without fear of judgment, intimacy can flourish. This practice, like any other, should be an option, never a requirement, and approached with the understanding that the ultimate goal of any sexual encounter is to nurture the emotional and physical well-being of both individuals involved. When a woman chooses to swallow semen, she is not ingesting anything that the body cannot naturally process. Semen, as mentioned earlier, contains components like fructose, proteins, and minerals, but these nutrients are present in such minuscule amounts that they have no meaningful nutritional impact. In fact, studies have shown that the caloric content of an average ejaculation is so low that it becomes nutritionally insignificant. It neither provides notable benefits nor causes harm from a dietary perspective. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. However, in recent years, there has been growing conversation around the supposed health and beauty benefits of semen, particularly claims about its effects on the skin and overall well-being. These myths have been perpetuated for quite some time, but it's crucial to clarify that there is no solid medical or scientific evidence to back up these claims. The idea that swallowing semen can produce health miracles is nothing more than an unfounded myth. Semen is not a magical elixir with extraordinary properties, but it's also not harmful if consumed in the context of a healthy, consensual relationship. The goal here is to strip away any unrealistic expectations and focus on what we know to be true from both medical and psychological standpoints. From a sexual perspective, many women report that swallowing can create a stronger emotional bond with their partner. For them, it represents an act of trust and intimacy, deepening their connection through mutual vulnerability. When both partners feel safe, respected, and valued, this level of trust can elevate not only their sexual experience but their emotional relationship as well. The psychological effects of mutual vulnerability play a key role here. When two people can share their most intimate selves without fear of judgment or pressure, it reinforces the foundation of the relationship. In such cases, the act becomes less about the physical ingestion and more about the emotional closeness it fosters. It's important to remember that what matters most is the comfort and consent of both partners. For some, swallowing can be a deeply personal and intimate gesture that enhances feelings of connection and trust. For others, it may not hold the same significance, and that's perfectly okay. The key is always to act with mutual respect, allowing both partners to express their desires and boundaries without judgment. Ultimately, the emotional and sexual satisfaction in a relationship comes from open communication, trust, and the shared commitment to each other's well-being. Is it good or bad to do it? This question lies at the heart of many people's curiosity, and the answer is not a simple yes or no, It depends profoundly on the individual context, comfort, and nature of the relationship in which one finds themselves. From a purely biological or medical perspective, there is generally no harm in this practice, provided that intimate interactions are grounded in mutual respect, trust, and a commitment to sexual safety. However, it is essential to remember that this act is neither a requirement nor a benchmark for a fulfilling and satisfying relationship. The most crucial aspect here is that, as a woman, you feel empowered in making your own sexual choices. If choosing to swallow is something that resonates with you, brings you enjoyment, and strengthens your connection with your partner, it's a valid and meaningful option. However, if it's something that does not align with your preferences, makes you feel uneasy, or doesn't feel like a natural expression of intimacy for you, there is no biological, medical, or sexual obligation to engage in it. Open communication with your partner is fundamental. Having honest discussions about boundaries, comfort, and mutual respect creates a foundation for decisions rooted in self-assurance and personal well-being. In essence, swallowing is a personal choice within the broader scope of a couple's sexual connection. It is neither inherently good nor bad. The true importance lies in each woman's ability to make informed decisions that prioritize her well-being and satisfaction in her intimate life. There is no universal rule for what should or shouldn't be done, only what feels right, consensual, and safe. If you enjoyed this discussion or found it insightful, I warmly encourage you to share it with others who may benefit. Please subscribe to my channel, Wise Aging, Sexuality, and Health, where I regularly address topics around mature female sexuality with sensitivity and respect. Don't hesitate to leave any further questions in the comments. Here, you'll find a safe and welcoming space to explore these topics deeply, without judgment. Thank you for joining this heartfelt and thoughtful exploration of intimacy and connection. I'd love to know, what is one insight you've gained today that you feel inspired to bring into your life? Share it in the comments below, and let's continue to foster a community of open, respectful, and supportive conversation around mature relationships. If you found this video valuable, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's keep discovering ways to embrace healthy and fulfilling relationships in all their depth.